I have so many.
You have so many.
I have so many.
All right. It's a gauntlet of sound.
Yeah. And some of them, I truly don't know if they're.
Yeah.
God.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the whole idea here, right?
Right.
I think I'm echoing like crazy. Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not echoing in my
You don't hear it?
No.
All right. It's just me.
Maybe it's just you.
It's just me. It always is just me.
It's just me.
So, Kate, hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to this weird thing that we do. Dude,
We never know how to start these things.
No, not
We're
really.
like, hey.
This is just more of a, hey, let's get together and listen to some weird stuff.
Yeah.
So we haven't recorded in just a little bit.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Like we said from the get-go, this thing comes out whenever it comes out.
Life happens. We texted each other, like last week? I think like Friday morning.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I was like, sorry.
We were like, next week.
Yeah, next week, for sure. Let's do it then.
Rain check.
That's right.
Yeah. But all good.
So
we're all good.
Yeah. I think we're getting some decent feedback.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I have, when I post about it, I think I've said this before. Like some of my friends are like, oh, that's funny. Like, thanks.
Oh, it's nice how you treat that old man.
No, I actually had one friend who was like, I want to see, watch y'all do it.
Oh,
and I
yeah?
was like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe down the
Yeah,
line.
come on in.
Yeah, you can come sit in the corner.
I know, that's weird. I want to see y'all do it. What?
Yeah.
That is odd.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do we got today?
Well, I have a Lowe's bag full.
Yeah, I saw that. You got a ton of stuff here.
I've come across quite a bit. So I don't know. Okay, this week I have a lot of blank ones.
All right.
And I truly don't know if
It's where the murders live.
If there's anything on it. So let's try that blank one first.
Okay, so this is a TDK MA. Good Lord, there's a lot of stuff.
TDK, we've had quite a few of those, right?
Wasn't TDK, do you remember the ads where the guy sits in the chair and he's playing a cassette and his hair blows back real hard?
I think so. I feel like
that's
that was
a TDK, isn't it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Bose?
I'm not
Somebody
sure.
like that. I don't know. Okay, so
That's
this
funny.
is...
Gosh. It's like weird, like
it's a trigger, right? I mean,
through
just
all
boom.
through all of this, there has been so many unlocking weird parts of my brain that I'm tucked away, never to think about again. Like weird commercials.
Like a police sketch artist or something.
Right, right. So this has been fun, trying to find,
So we're looking at a TDK IEC 4 Type 4 metal position 110.
Okay, that is unnecessarily.
There's a lot.
Unnecessarily long.
Well, I didn't even read all of it. Look at, there's just so much
There's
text.
3 lines.
Yeah.
3 lines of text.
I will say I'm a big fan of this one because it's rewound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're putting it in.
Or it means it was never used.
That's true. It could be just completely empty. Join us on the adventure.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's just so stupid what we do here.
I don't even hear it. Wait.
Yeah, I think we're dealing with a blank tape here.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's completely blank.
Love it.
We need I know I've said this before, but we need a second cassette tape player so that we can rewind while we're listening or something. Okay, that's an auspicious way to start.
Guess what? I'm 1 for 1.
That one's empty. Do you want me to rewind it?
No, it's okay.
All right.
No.
I was like, you got an hour?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Then I guess this one,
That one's fairly empty.
This one is
Oh,
blank.
let's see.
And it's kind of halfway through.
Oh, then I bet there's something here. This is a Maxell. That was it.
Is it?
I don't know.
I feel like that was for a speaker.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
a speaker, like a Sony TV thing. And it was like when the TVs were like the size of like a bedroom.
Yeah.
It was
you mean like the big projection TVs, the one in the back?
The ones that you like that were so large it took like 4 people to get the TV into your game room.
It's like you could get in it.
Yeah.
This is a Maxell XL2 position IFC Type 2 high something.
We are rolling through these.
High CRO2. So what is that? Chrome and oxygen? So is that
CRO2?
I don't know what that is.
God.
This is a 90.
Oh my gosh.
This is a beautiful tape though. I mean,
I love the design
tape.
of it.
Yeah.
When I was listening to our first episode and we were like, oh, we can't hear anything, but it was like playing, but it wasn't hitting our headphones. And I was like, weird.
I don't know what happened there.
That was so funny.
And then it just kicks in for some reason.
I know.
Yeah. We were like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There's the creepy children singing
strange.
about Jesus.
There wasn't a lag. It just like started.
Yeah.
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 Weird.
I don't know. It's probably all me. I probably didn't have it plugged in right or something. I mean,
we're still learning.
Well, it's not a great reflection on me. This is all I do all day. But
no.
Hey. All right, here we go. This is side. Don't know. Oh wait, you know what? Hang on.
What?
Yeah, look. So here's how they denote which side it is. There's 1 dot, 2 dots.
Okay, that is high quality.
The fewer the words, the higher the quality.
I'm a fan of that cassette tape.
Yeah. There we go. Oh. I like how we get excited about nothing.
I know, we're like feedback. This is strange.
Oh yeah.
This is probably like trademarked, like, or copyrighted music.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Drums. Oh yeah, this is very copyrighted. Hello.
You're like, all right. And that was great.
I think the moon is in the 6th house for this one.
It's like, all right, and we can.
Yeah. There we go.
What? Hey, that. If I had a cassette, my other car has a cassette player.
Does it?
And it's I would
car
listen to
is
that.
It?
Huh?
How old is that car?
2000 or 2001.
Oh.
It's like a big excursion. They don't make them anymore.
Let the sun shine in, would it?
Mm-hmm.
I hate that music from that period.
I love it.
I can't stand it.
Did you see Summer of Soul?
No.
It's really good. It's a documentary. It's like the
It's all about the 60s stuff?
It's like I think it was like the music festival in the 60s in Harlem. And I think Questlove put it together it just came out. Oh yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
I listened to that kind of stuff all the time as a kid.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. It was Oh, good. I love it.
Big bad Leroy Brown.
I wish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Come get us, Leroy Brown.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
All right. That one has some music on it. This is probably what it was intended for. It is a high resonance proof cassette mechanism. So
there you go.
Why all them words so small? Oh, the black one, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
I was hoping.
So, oh boy.
Yeah.
This is a Seeds tape ministry from 1983.
Mm-hmm.
It is M8510, How to Pick Up a Partner, Part 2. By Billy Hybels. And apparently the tape belonged to Mike G.
Oh, he was like, I'm putting my name on it because I'm passing this around all my friends.
Yeah.
And they better return it.
This is not the guy from Beastie Boys. That was Mike D. So not the same guy.
Did you see the Beastie Boys thing?
I did see that.
That was really cool.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Hey, this is from Seeds Tape Ministry, 67 East Algonquin Road, South Barrington, Illinois. A ministry of Willow Creek Community Church.
I wonder where Barrington, Illinois is.
Probably right in the middle of Illinois.
I hate driving through Illinois.
Really? I don't think I've ever driven through Illinois.
Yeah. I used to drive through, because when I lived in Detroit, I would drive through there a lot.
You've got a real history.
I have a rap sheet
I have,
of
like,
places
crappy
I've lived.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Again, we are listening to How to Pick a Partner, Part 2. That sound.
I know.
Here we go. As discussed in...
Oh my gosh.
I share the following with permission from my wife.
That's nice.
That's great.
It may
Great
come
opener.
as a total shock to some of you that over the years I have never gained a reputation for being much of a romantic. And
bastard.
for the past few years, however, as I have tried to grow in my understanding of what it means to be a godly husband, I have sensed my need to expand my horizons in this area and to improve the more romantic-oriented dimension of my own marriage.
There's
which for
nothing
me
more
really only
romantic
meant
than a
one
pastor
thing.
saying romantic orientation,
Flowers.
whatever
I
he's
mean, I didn't have a clue as to how else I could make any improvements in the romantic area, so I thought, what else is there?
That's right, Pastor. Ladies love flowers.
Flowers. And as
Generalizations
confirmation
are
from
okay
God
here.
that I was moving in the right direction. Who do you think?
Does it often feel to you like on these things, these guys are getting paid by the word, right? I mean,
You think?
well, what I'm saying is you could say it so much more easily.
Yeah. I think they're trying to fill the time.
But who sets the time? They do.
Well, no, I mean, like the church I grew up, it was like a early service at like 7:45 or 8 or whatever, and then there was like a 9:15 and then like a 10:30.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right. And I grew up Baptist, so it was like the 45 minutes or whatever. That's the allotted time because everyone talks before and after, and then so they have to a lot for that time, so they know that like the singing part is going to take. Yeah. Oh, that was my least favorite part.
The singing part?
Yes, because
oh, you mean like the group sing?
Like it was like, all right, everyone stand up, and then
Why you just have to stand up for certain songs and not others?
I think it would be like NBC did, and then they'd be like, and then he would like talk, or like whoever, like the choir director would talk a little, and then they would start another song, and they'd be like, and they're like, join us, stand up, and it was just like, God,
so much up and down.
Yeah, at least like, but I think
Catholics
are like
worse.
up and down, up and down, up.
Yeah.
I'd be like, my knees are bad.
There's a Catholic out there screaming at us, you know nothing.
Yeah.
Set up shop out of the trunk of his 58 DeSoto at the corner of Algonquin and Barrington Roads.
There you go.
Same road.
Very specific.
Flower man.
So quite regularly on my way home from work, from meetings, and so I would stop and I would buy a bundle of roses or
I don't normally want to hear all of this, but I want to hear where this story goes.
Yeah.
Carnations from the man and take them home to Lynn.
Ugh.
Those are gross.
What a husband, I thought.
It's the H-E-B Walmart flower.
It's the cheap flowers.
So once they spray paint.
Yeah. Like, let me dip these in food coloring.
Yeah.
No.
No.
But do I? Certainly do. I remember looking at all those other insensitive men just thinking, how do they do it? How do they pass up an opportunity like this?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trunk full of flowers.
Yeah.
And yet when I proudly presented these flowers to Lynn, fully expecting her
He's
to
just
hire
putting
the
her on
Marine Corps
blast.
band to play Hail to the Chief or something, her
Oh.
response was rather lukewarm.
As it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, she said.
Thanks.
Where'd you get these?
Side of the road.
I said, where else? My buddy, the flower man, the trunk of the 58 DeSoto, right at Algonquin, Barrington Road. I'm a volume
He just gave so many directions.
I said, because I stop there so often, he gives me
this
a
is
buck
83.
off. I said, matter of fact,
You had to give
if
directions.
they're a little wilted,
There was no MapQuest.
Okay, I think we know where that goes. And then Jesus told me I did well.
Yeah, but my wife was not impressed because no woman is impressed by carnations.
No, carnations are gross.
Roses. I might ruffle feathers. I'm not a rose fan.
Really? My wife is not either. I don't ever get her roses.
I like tulips.
She just likes like a nice spring bouquet.
Yeah.
Lots of greenery and things like that.
I love green.
Yeah. Well, number one, it lasts longer. And number two, it smells better. Roses kind of stink.
They can, yeah. And they wilt, and then they get really stinky when they start to wilt.
Yeah.
But it's like, just, like, it doesn't even have to be my favorite flower, right? It just has to be
so
like.
Tulips are your favorite.
Yeah. But then also, that's also like, I'm like, that's kind of a waste of money because they wilt so
they die
fast. Yeah. So, I don't know. Give me like a house plant.
See, that's how she is. She would rather just have plants.
Like, give me a little like pothos or whatever. I'm good.
A little what?
Pothos, like golden pothos, like the ivy, like trailing.
I know nothing about any of that.
It's like the most impossible plant to kill.
Well, she talks to me about those things, whenever she buys them. Like she's, I love my wife entirely. Okay. She is a plant assassin though. And anytime I bring that up, I get in trouble. But nothing lives in her house.
Is your house bright or is it like covered by trees?
No, she loves light. Yeah. We have 0 trees in the backyard.
Oh wow. Uh-oh.
Man, should I answer this?
She knows. Yeah, you should.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Telephone call, guys. Hello. Hey, how are you? Good, thanks. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, let's see. Next week.
The one-side recording state.
All right. Probably the best 2 days are probably going to be Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay.
Because we usually do like the other installs Monday and Thursday.
Yeah.
Depending on how wet it's still going to be by Monday, we might be available Monday.
Sure. Well, let's just shoot for Wednesday. What time?
Okay, Wednesday. Let me see.
There's only 8 hours in the day.
What time is best usually? Do you have to have like daylight?
I would say that most of this stuff's been filmed in the morning, so let's try to stick with the morning.
Okay. Yeah, let's do morning. Yeah, actually, because one of our guys has to leave after lunch anyway.
Okay. I don't think this one will take long.
Oh, okay. Do you want to start at like 8 o'clock? Or
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's do 8 o'clock.
Okay, that way we can knock it out.
Absolutely.
And you'll have to remind me which address we're at on this one again.
Ooh, I'll have to look that up and I'll text it to you.
Okay, that works too.
Okay.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jordan. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Wolf. Okay.
Depending on how wet it is.
Depending on how wet it is. So let me give you a little history there. That is, we have been at Rogue Media Network. We not only do podcasts, we do a lot of film projects and things like that, right? This is an ongoing series we're doing on septic tank installs. And now we have to go and film the absolute last day. Basically, this is
where they pack the dirt.
This is a guy that shows up and he's going to film some grass. That's pretty much it.
Love it.
Yeah, and I had to schedule that a week out.
I wish our government ran that well.
Yeah. Our government is. There is some weird stuff going on, man.
I know. I try to put earmuffs on,
no,
and like
you can't. Though.
I know. I just get. If it gets bad enough, my mom will call me and go, "Hey, do you want to start building a bomb shelter?" Yeah. So
Yes, and I'd like to take all these tapes with me.
Yes.
All right. Is this Mr. Last one?
I don't know.
Oh.
Since the first one was kind of a dud.
Okay. All right. This may be a 5 taper today.
Oh.
We've already gone through 3.
Just
yeah.
kidding. Then I guess this was
okay.
the last one.
All right.
This is my favorite one.
I love those crystal clear tapes.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh. Okay. This is a Radio Shack tape number 1.
Yeah.
Oh man, you had to just have a fit when you saw this.
I found it.
Yeah, it's an LN120 by Radio Shack. It's type 1 normal bias, if anybody's keeping track.
Yeah.
And this is, I believe, side 1.
It is.
Which is handwritten and entitled Baby Crying. It is a clear, I am rewinding, it is a clear tape. Again, a Radio Shack tape.
I know.
That's a great brand. Did you ever go to Radio Shack?
I feel like I did as like a kid or something, but I also feel like as I got older, I was like, is this a front? Like, is Radio Shack like a front for like
Palestinian army,
a laundering company? Like, this is like it's such a strange store.
Yeah, it was a weird store.
Like,
so okay, so good God,
he just started 4 stories.
Sorry, it's a little small stroke. Growing up, my dad worked at an electronics store here in town, and their competition was Radio Shack. So I was not really allowed to go there. Right.
Or you went to like do like
reconnaissance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love doing recon. It's so fun.
Couldn't come up with a word, but then I could say reconnaissance. But there was this huge temptation because there was a Radio Shack in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
And they had the flippin' puppies and the go-karts, or the RC cars and the planes and all that stuff. And I was like, holy crap, they got none of that down at L&M Electronics.
Oh, my gosh.
Where they sell mostly picture tubes to schools.
Picture tubes? What is that?
All right. Huh?
What's a picture tube?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, y'all, the way he just looked at me, he was like, he was like, wait, his like brain was like, wait, what?
Yeah, my brain caught up. Mm-hmm. So picture tube is the tube that was in the old TVs. Like
in the back?
It was like the big tube.
Oh, okay,
right?
I know what it is.
But then they also sold like the vacuum tubes and radios and things like that.
Okay, I know what those are. Yeah, okay.
And a lot of antennas. Like a lot of, like the big antennas.
You know what's funny? We have one of those antenna towers in the back of our, in our backyard. Mm-hmm. And then our dog brought like an antenna that he dug up out of the ground, because I think our neighborhood was built on the old dump.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. So like literally every week or so we'll go out there and we'll pull just stuff that's sticking out of the ground. We'll just pull it out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So you got another podcast there. Found stuff.
I take pictures of every time I pull stuff out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Usually it's mostly like broken bottles, TV parts, or like
arms,
or like
bones.
Wait. We came home one day, about 3 weeks ago. No, maybe longer than that.
Okay.
Our dog had what I would assume is a cow leg bone or a human leg bone, and he was chewing on it.
It was huge. Big bone?
It was like this long.
Oh, okay.
But
so you're saying about 12 inches, probably, something like that.
But that's a thigh. That's
like a big bone.
That's a thigh bone.
Yeah,
but
for a teenager.
For me, I was like, I grew up on a farm with cattle.
Yeah.
I know what a cow bone.
You don't think
like.
that was a cow bone?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was like it had to be like something big.
Did you alert the authorities?
No, I let my dog chew on it.
Good for you.
Because like part of it was broken off, and I was like,
Maybe your dog heard about that dog TV or whatever, and that's why he dug up that antenna.
Maybe.
Brought it to you. He wants to watch dog TV.
That's
the craziest thing.
I put on a playlist.
Yeah.
When we have to leave him in the house because he tears up everything.
Oh, he has a separation anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a rescue, so he has. So.
I had a dog like that.
Yeah, but he's gotten better. But I found this doggy playlist.
Mm-hmm.
And when I come home, when it's on, he's just asleep on the couch, just nothing.
Really, that just chills him out, huh?
And he usually is like at the door, like, you're home, and he just he gets off the couch and stretches. He's like, hey,
hello.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like weed for dogs.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I had a dog that I lived in this very small apartment in a bad part of town, and I left my dog. My dog's name was Steve.
Oh my God. Yeah. I love dogs with human names.
Well, it's always easier to go outside and go, here, Steve, come here, Steve, than here, Foo-Foo, here, Puddles. Whatever.
Puddles. I want to name a dog Sourdough.
Well, Sourdough's a good dog.
And then just call him Dough.
Yeah.
I think that's our next dog's name.
This dog, he was, I don't even know what he was. He had to be part like wiener dog or something, because he was long, but he was very dense and short. Right?
I love long, dense, short.
Huge tail.
Oh my God.
You didn't know where I was going. He had this huge tail that when he was happy, it would hit the floor.
Oh, wow.
Just like that, right? I mean, it was this huge sound like that. And then every time he sneezed, he would smack his face in the ground.
Oh, poor baby.
Nah, he was a great dog. Still got a picture of him next to my bed at home with little milk bones around it.
That's so cute.
But well, one time we were living down by the river in not in a van, but we were living in
That's okay.
this 2-story thing, and that was before it was okay to live in a van. We got up one morning. I opened the door because I always would go out on the little deck and drink my coffee and stuff. He just took off, and he forgot we were on the 2nd floor and just fell right onto the ground onto his back. He just, shoo, boom, like a cartoon.
How?
Right?
Wait, hold on. 2nd floor. Did you not have you had a deck?
It was a deck, but then it was just open to stairs, right? And so he just took off out that, and I was like, oh my God, Steve! And all I heard was, oof, like when he landed, right? And I thought, oh well, my dog's dead.
Oh
and
my
then
God!
It was literally like 10 seconds. You know, I'm sitting there going, are you okay? And then he gets up, shakes it off, and just takes off. He was a tough dog.
He's a dense little cookie.
He was a dense little cookie, and then I left him alone in the small apartment one time, and he ate all the carpet. So that was fun. I didn't get my deposit. I haven't gotten my deposit back at any apartment I've ever lived in.
I'm like the one that like scrubs the baseboards with a toothbrush to make sure I get my deposit back.
I did that one, and then there was one out in a area that I lived in with 2 other guys, and we had a couple of things. We had 3 couches in the living room and one of those old TVs that we found by the side of the road, and it still worked.
Yeah.
And then in the kitchen, it was this long, apartment type kitchen or whatever. And so we would put our trash can at the end of the kitchen, and that way you could just chunk things off the back door, then they would slide down into the trash can. And so we thought, well, probably not getting the deposit back. So I started drawing on the wall like these big things. Those people had to hate us when we left.
I know someone who threw cans of tuna in the air vents.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Yeah.
But my roommate had a ferret too, so those things stink.
Ferrets are so but have you realized that you can fold a ferret literally in half, and they're just like, hey.
They don't care.
They have
they got no bones.
Jellyfish. There's someone I used to know that had one, and I would hold it, and I would just be like, I would just, and it was just kind of like,
it likes it.
It's so strange. They're the weirdest creatures.
They're cool. I mean, they're easy to get along with and all that, but boy, they smell.
Their teeth
bad.
are sharp.
Oh, they are. Yeah. They'll eat you.
Make no exception.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Just in time.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't right, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.
God knows. Just in time.
All right. Once again, let's get to the tape.
Yeah.
Again, this is a Radio Shack LN120. Title: Baby Crying.
It's just grown humans just screaming.
Sounds like an air conditioner.
I don't like this.
Hey, make that baby cry. Oh, this is the creepiest one we've ever had.
Yeah.
Oh, he sounds happy. Oh, now it does.
It's so strange.
Why is this a recording?
I don't know.
No, doctor, I recorded it. Here, let me let you listen.
Seriously.
Ma'am, that's just the normal sounds of a baby.
Like, doctor, I think something's wrong. My baby is crying.
It can't talk yet, doctor. This is all it says.
I know. Just makes noises. It's like throwing up at me and nothing's coming out.
The other day, it tried to eat its foot.
Yeah. This is so weird.
It is just weird. Well, maybe, so let's say that you need to pump, right, after a baby. Maybe you take this with you because it gets things started.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
I don't know why else you would record your baby. Number one, nobody's intervening, which is the weirdest thing.
Which is child abuse. No, they would argue, we just had to let him cry it out.
Yeah. You don't believe in that?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes babies like also like pick up on you. So they're like, I can just cry and they'll come get me. So you have to just be like, I'm not going to come get you.
It's some of them like they'll just keep crying until you hold them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's something I'm not. I will not. I'm not going to hold you all the time.
Yeah. That's what I told my second wife too.
I'm not going to hold you all the time.
I'm not going to hold you all the time. Good God.
Quit crying.
Quit crying. I'm recording. All right, hang on. We're going to fast forward this a little bit and see if this baby continues to cry. I just don't really understand the point here.
Mm-mm. You know how there's so on movie sets and stuff to get babies to cry, they have so many different ways to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They'll put pepper, jalapeno juice on their tongue.
Come on.
Or they'll pinch them.
Pinch a baby and stick a jalapeno in its mouth.
Yeah. They'll just get jalapeno juice and just put it in their mouth.
That is gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Poor kids.
It depends on what kind of level you want of crying.
Depends on how bad you want to scar the baby.
I know. I worked on a set one time and they pinched the baby and I was like, they're fine. And you pinch them on the fattest part of their body.
Sure.
And you'll get about 30 to 45 seconds of crying.
They would get 30 to 45 seconds of crying from me too if they pinched me on the fattest part of my body.
You don't pinch where you create a bruise. You just kind of go, yeah, on their little chubby legs.
That just you. And here's the thing: if you had a dog, you couldn't do that to the dog, probably. Really?
Some of the animal stuff they do on sets, I'm like, I can't.
Did you work on that commercial where what's her name singing about the arms of angels or whatever?
No. Oh my God. Can you?
Sarah McLachlan.
Anytime that commercial comes on, I'm like, change it.
Have you ever
and
watched
all the billboards around town?
Yeah.
I want to
the dogs that are chained up and stuff. Yeah.
No dog deserves to be outside. It should be on the couch.
No person deserves to see that billboard.
I know. And it's just so sad.
Did you ever watch Ozark? You remember the scene where he's going a little nuts and Sarah McLachlan starts talking to him through the commercials?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
We're finishing up the last part of the 4th season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it.
Oh.
It's good.
Oh my gosh.
Good. It turns out the way it should.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be satisfied. All right, here we go. We fast forward a little bit into the baby crying.
This is like a 90-minute tape.
You think that's all it is?
I don't know.
Good Lord. It is creepy though.
This is what serial killers, when they're in their homes, and they go into people's homes, then they play this because they're like, people come home and they're like, there's the baby's crying. Yeah. And they go in there and then they're like, and they just get killed.
Stabs them. Yeah. Because they can't tell whether it's a high bias tape or not.
Correct. It is foolproof.
That's a foolproof plan, Mr. Killer.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got the mobile.
Oh no.
It's something that makes it creepier is that squealing sound.
terrifying.
Getting ever closer to that murder.
We're one step closer. I'm gonna find it one day.
That like struck a chord in you though, didn't it? You were like, oh nope.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you put the baby on top of a mountain.
With one of those like horns.
The Ricola guy. Yeah.
I did a Ricola commercial one time.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wait,
we
what?
shot it in a porn studio.
Because it looked like the Alps,
No,
or what? I don't know.
it was like a
In a porn studio.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god.
yeah, but it was like office. It was like set up like an office.
Yeah, sure.
And they had like a 10-person cleaning crew. Like it was honestly the cleanest set I've ever worked on.
I bet it was. I bet
like,
they had
truly.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was interesting. But they brought in like the guys that were like Ricola.
Really? They
yeah.
had the big whatever
like,
those trumpets are.
Yeah, it was so cool. And I was like, this is cool, but we're in a porn studio. I think I called my mom like that day. She's
Hey
like,
mom,
what do you
my career's really hit the skids.
Yeah, because it was like the first commercial I ever worked on
Yeah.
in LA was a condom commercial.
Really?
Yeah. And then like, a couple years later, she was like, what are you doing? I'm like, a Ricola commercial. She's like, cool, where are you filming it? I was like, in a porn studio. I was like, next to Skid Row. She was like, oh my God.
So how did you, did it say like porn studio on the sign outside or what?
No, but it was like.
Come on in for a tour.
It was a very famous porn website.
Okay.
On the side of the building. And I was like, and I was like looking at some of the production people and I was like, are we, where are we going? Is this where we're going? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I like walked in. I was like, oh my God. And then like they were just like the like owner of the building was there.
Yeah.
And like had to explain the like.
It was so proud.
Very
Yeah,
but
sure.
like when you usually have like a location manager.
Yeah.
They had to explain the rules and it's like these blah blah blahs. You can't go over there. That's off limits and this But it was like. I mean, it was built out.
It's a crime scene tape everywhere.
Seriously, it was built out really well.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
it was. I mean, and like there
could have that sturdy furniture.
Yeah, and soundproof offices and
bet.
Yeah.
You can shoot 3 or 4 at a time.
Pretty wild. Yeah, it was like a big warehouse that was built out. Now we go right into crying babies.
That kid is not happy now.
Yeah.
That's a hungry kid.
Yeah, that's a hungry kid for sure.
Feed this poor baby.
I know.
What are you doing, Radio Shack?
That's what Radio Shack's doing.
And that's why they went out of business.
Yeah, people found out.
Yeah. Like, why are you so mean to those babies? It is just hard for me to believe that that's all this is.
Did you flip the tape over?
I haven't yet. All right, let's flip it over. Hello, I am the baby that you heard on side 1.
Have you seen that like
banker.
the baby that's on the front of the Nirvana record like sued?
I saw that.
Like all that, like that's crazy.
It is nuts.
And it's like, dude, you're like the most one of the most iconic babies.
Well, I guess he didn't get paid, huh?
His parents, I think, got like
$3.
They got like they got paid something, but then they didn't. He didn't get like residual like.
Yeah.
And it's.
I mean, I can see his argument. I mean, it is my likeness.
But it's also like, well, your parents should have.
Yes, that's true.
Like that was negotiated back then. I think it was like a friend took the picture and then like they like So
that
it was,
makes sense. Okay.
They like added the money in. I think like like so. I don't know, but that's wild. I'm like, dude, just live in the fact that that's me.
Sure. Yeah.
And he's like, well,
you could go to all the Comic-Cons in the world and sign.
I'm embarrassed and girls, and stuff. And it's like, come on, dude.
You don't have to tell them either.
Yeah. And it's like, you're a baby.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
All right, this is side 2. Nada.
Did you hear it? That is terrifying.
It's bleeding in from the other side.
You think?
Uh-huh. Yeah, because it's backwards.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Backwards baby.
Ew.
Yeah. That was creepy.
Yeah.
Put it back on baby crying. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Let's see what we get to near the end here.
So I've been, like, the past couple days I haven't been at the store.
Yeah.
And, like, yesterday it was, like, raining or whatever. And so.
It rained hard.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
And I think we went to dinner last night.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how's the store? He goes, good. I watched a horror movie all day. And I was like, oh. And so I was like, what was it about? Apparently it's like some clown movie called like Terrifier. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, there's a series, I think. I think there's 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, my God. And he like explained it to me, and he was like, yeah. And he cut the girl in half, and I was like, what? He's like, and he doesn't talk, and I was like, that's where I draw the line.
It was a great day.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. And then apparently some lady like snuck in and was like, hey. And he was like, ah!
All right, we are about halfway through here.
This is like the soundtrack of
I think we're done.
of a scary movie.
No
Just
more
a
baby. No more baby.
It's,
Well,
what?
that was fun.
That's wild.
It is kind of goofy.
I'm not.
It's like you're trying to formulate a plan.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was very excited to find it.
No, it's great. It is great.
But I wish they came with like a description of like, why was this recorded? Like, oh. Ooh, it's just weird feedback.
It's like one of those.
It's like the baby's dead, the mobile's still spinning, but the music's gone, so it's like.
Well, it's like one of those white noise tapes, or white noise apps.
I sleep with a noise machine.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I used
What
to sleep
noise?
in white noise. It's just like.
It's just.
Yeah. But I used to like sleep in dead silence. Now I'm like, only serial killers do that.
Yeah. Only serial killers sleep in silence?
Dead silence?
Huh.
Are you kidding me? Oh,
It's
no.
pretty silent in our house
Oh,
at night.
Because I just sit there and go, what would I do if I heard someone in my hallway?
Yeah.
I would freak out and my stomach's growling to.
But wait, you don't want to hear somebody if they're in your hallway?
I'd rather be.
You want to just be surprised and killed?
Yeah, just kill me.
Okay.
Because the anticipation of being killed is too much for me.
Is that in your living will? Is that?
I know, right? I mean, I don't know. But I still like hear stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! Like one time I wasn't home.
Yeah.
And it was pouring down rain.
Uh-huh.
And I'd probably.
Hang on. I got to do something here.
What?
This is driving me nuts.
Oh.
Do it again.
Okay.
Oh, that's so much better. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, there she is.
I've been like talking in a tunnel the entire time. So one time our dog like alerted at the door.
Yeah.
And I wasn't home. And so apparently our dog like got up. And so Zach was like, I'm getting up if there is someone in the house. And he was like, I heard someone in the house. And so he had the remote. And like he's
gonna bludgeon them with the remote.
I was like, what are you doing with the remote?
That's great.
He opened the door and was like running around the house and was like, I'm gonna kill you, like all this stuff. And then Gus wanted to go out back, so he was like, oh my God, I thought I heard the back door close. He ran outside. So the dog runs.
Zach ran outside or the dog ran outside?
Both. Okay, so he
All
thought like the person that was in our house ran outside.
Oh, okay.
So he opens the back door. It's raining. Gus runs to the back and is barking at the back corner. And Zach's like, great, he's cornered him. And he runs out there.
I don't know that I would think great. But
right.
Okay,
yeah, I'm like, what are you going to do? And he apparently like has his phone and he sees eyes. And he's like, oh my God, what what are you gonna do? And it's a possum.
Oh yeah.
On the fence.
Yeah.
And Zach is running down. He runs down the hill in our backyard and slips in the mud and eats it. So he's like half of his body's covered in mud.
Poor Zach.
Then he has to run over, grabs Gus, and he slips again with the dog. So they're both covered in mud. And then they both have to take outside
outside baths.
with the water hose at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And Zach was like, I guess it was like my sleep paralysis demon.
I used to, like when we would come home from a trip or something, like if we've been gone a couple of days, I will go in first and just like open all the doors and things just to make sure.
You know, it's funny. I wish he did that. I do. I'm the one
You
that
do
does
that?
it. Mhm.
Yeah.
I look every closet, every like.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here for 3 hours while you watch us and then kill us. That's not. If we're gonna do this, let's just do it.
Yeah, let's just get it over with. Yeah.
I used to keep a bat next to my bed.
Yeah.
My wife, I walked in one night and everything was cleaned up and it was gone. So I don't know. She moved my bat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, it's I get it.
I don't have a bat.
I don't want just a bat sitting out.
I have this antique back scratcher that has a brass hand on the end, and I but it's under my bed on my side. But I use it to like scratch Gus.
Yeah.
Because it's funny. Because he starts rubbing his butt on it.
Sure.
But I have a very heavy brass bookend underneath my bed. And I'm like, I don't want to get that close to him. Maybe I should put I don't know. I have a miniature Hello Kitty baseball bat in my car.
A miniature Hello Kitty baseball bat. You hear that, criminals?
Yeah, it's like this big. It's like a police baton.
Wow.
But did you know if you carry a baseball bat in your car, you have to have a glove and a ball?
Yes, I did know that. I had an incident.
Really?
At one time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was somebody that I wanted to didn't get along with real well.
Yeah.
And so I put that in my car, and I always had a baseball glove with me.
Yeah, we have
Timmy's going out to play.
Right.
Yeah.
We have lots of hammers in places.
Yeah.
Like at our store.
Hammers are great for throwing also.
Yeah. But I have a hammer in my car, they're all over our store.
Well, and that way you don't have to have one of those glass breaking things, like if you go off a bridge into the water.
Yeah, but knowing me, it would slide and it'd be like, I can't reach it. And then I'd be like, great. But they say like if you go off a cliff or if you go into water, like immediately start rolling down your windows.
Yeah.
Because it says like you get like
because of the pressure.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 4 seconds before your electricity like goes out. So I'm like,
like in the car, you mean? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they're like try to roll down as many windows as you can.
Yeah.
Before, because then if they're halfway down, you can just start pulling them down and they'll go down.
Sure.
So I'm like, I'm gonna be prepared, just in case. I try to be prepared for everything.
When you go over like the big flyovers,
what?
Like if you're on the highway and there's those big
the high
flyovers.
fives.
Yeah. Do you ever think, I'll just let it go?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. But then because like growing up in like the Dallas area, there was like so many people were like killed driving underneath those because people would throw rocks off of them.
Yeah.
And then like that, there was one time someone threw themselves off of it and then killed another person because they landed on their car.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I always am like, like I will be like going 65 and then it'll come up and I'm like 90. I'm like, and if something happens, I'll die very quick. I'll die 25 miles an hour faster than I would if I would have been going the speed limit. Like
I used to really get creeped out going over those things, and I still don't necessarily like it.
I don't, because I don't get like the physics, like the engineering part of it, and I'm like, what keeps us all from collapsing? Like
my problem with it is, there for a while we were seeing all these terrible bridge collapses. Like and then they talk about the infrastructure and how bad it is and all this stuff. And then I worked at a technical college where one of the degrees was welding. And I'm just telling you, if it's those kids welding our bridges, we're all in trouble.
Well, I know. And then everyone, like, don't get me wrong. I'm so glad there are people to work on our streets and all this stuff. I'm not speaking about people here in Waco.
Sure.
I'm just saying when someone finds out that they get paid the money that they get paid an hour, they're going to go, I'm going to go do that. And then half of them stand around a hole and watch the other one dig.
That's the thing I always love is like if I pass a hole and there's 4 people working on the hole, that's amazing.
And I'm like, what's everyone's skill here? Observing?
Well, it's kind of like the people that hold the slow sign. and
that'd be a
flip it.
dream job.
Yeah.
And making the money they make, I'd be like,
Well,
do this
see,
all day long.
and there's a fine line between them and the people who hold up the signs that say store going out of business. Because
it's just a danceability.
well, those people that hold up those signs, they're just doing the job of a stick.
Yeah.
You're doing
You're a human
stick work.
stick.
You're doing
Yeah.
stick work.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. I think we are done. We're going to go out with a little more of our favorite, baby crying.
Yes. It's a dog. Dog starts barking.
Oh, trying to get to us from the other side.
I want to know who this baby is.
He's trying to tell you.
Like, my name's Paul.
Oh.
I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay, this was fun as always.
Intriguing.
Yeah, I must slowly fade this out. Here we go. There goes everybody's favorite baby.
God.
It's even creepier when you fade it out like that.
It is just like, yeah.
Sounds like a dinosaur.
I tried to find some cool sound, but I couldn't find anything.
No, you
this
did
week.
great, I think. It's just the luck of the draw, man.
I'm saying like a weird unidentified
Oh,
sound.
I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah, we forgot about that part, didn't we? Well, we took a phone call.
We did.
So
I made
that's a
up
good
for
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Septic tank
Septic tank call.
calls.
We have been working on that one septic tank video for like months at this point, and it's time for it to be over.
Have you ever seen like the opening and closure of a septic tank? It's not that big.
No, it's not. It's not very
But
big.
people put potties in them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. We used to have septic out in Robinson, like where I grew up, and it was awful. Like it would flood all the time and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my dad planted a garden. I was like, I don't want anything out of that garden.
Oh my God.
I know how that was fertilized. I don't want it.
I know I'm thinking about it. No, never mind. I thought at our farm, I thought our septic tank was underneath our garden, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
They moved it. Yeah.
I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
And, I was born in Taipei, Taiwan, and they saw a lot of that over there. Like, people do my dad used to call it.
Why are you born over there?
A honey pot, which is creepy, by the way. My dad was in the Air Force.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Born on American soil, but in the middle of Taiwan.
That's cool.
How about this sound?
Ooh.
That's nice. Huh?
That's a good intro. Like a zzz, and then it's
Hey everybody. All right, I think that's it.
I know.
We've gotten down to plugging in the stupid sound thing. Well, Kate, it was fun.
Yeah.
Always have fun doing this.
I know.
Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and I think we are starting to post some stuff on the Found Sound Project on Instagram.
Yeah.
So check us out, and I guess we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
No more babies crying.
No more babies.
Bye.
Until I look back and see how deep my valley, how high the hill, and each step nearer to eternity. I know not what my future holds.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros Foes Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.